Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back in the cider shed. A much fuller cider shed than the last time I was in it, because the last time I was in it I'd sold everything, I had nothing left. But I just got back from a trip to Herefordshire and Somerset today, so there's loads more stuff to try, which is great. It was a really nice trip, really enjoyed it. Weather was challenging on the first day for sure. I think in meteorological terms, I think you describe it as pissing down. It basically was. The whole day didn't stop, but that didn't dampen my spirits. See what I did there? Went to Butford Organic, got some more Gunny mead, got some more boxed medium. Went to Greg's Pit, tried some new stuff out of the fermenters with James. Got some bag-in-box filled with that. I got some Thorn Perry in a bag-in-box still, and I got Kingston Black single variety as well in a bag-in-box. So that's amazing. Never had that from before. Got 2019 releases of Perry and cider. What else we got? All sorts of stuff. In fact, I went to Ross-on-Wye. Got some more of this stuff. Don't know if you remember me trying this. Dabbing it, 2018 in Armagnac casks. Said I'd get it, went and got it. What else did we get? We got another French oak cask. Same sort of thing, but this time it's with Michelin, which is the French varietal. Hope you can see that. Bit bright, but not better. Well, I don't know. If you can see it, great. Trust me, it says Michelin on there. Went to Cummaddick. What did we get at Cummaddick? We got some Thorn Perry from Cummaddick. We got some Betty Prosser. More the new vintage Betty Prosser from Cummaddick. We're very excited about. We also got some more Thorn Perry from Cummaddick. Also got what's this? Ashmead's Kernel and Black Dabinet from Cummaddick. I'm going to try all of these and film it. So, got some cider vinegar from Bridge Farm. Pretty cool. Got some more Keed cider from Bridge Farm as well, which is great. So lots of stuff to try. Went to Wils's, a new producer just in Ledbury in Herefordshire. Got some things off them, which I'm also going to try. Anyway, so there's lots of things to try. What I'm going to try first? Well, I'm going to try first is a Ross-on-Wye, because I've got quite a few different ones from them. It's Somerset Redstreak and HMJ, which is going to be Harry Masters Jersey. It's two well-known cider varietals. I'll read what it says off the label, because they have great labels. I may as well read what they say. Mike's barrel, so Mike is the father, the older guy. Oak cask fermented Northwood apple with HMJ in 2017. So that's the 2017 cask, obviously, with swirling peat notes. So I think, peat whiskey. Blended with fresh young Somerset Redstreak from the 2019 season. The exact cider that we love to drink, fruity and unique. So they've taken a 2019 Somerset Redstreak and blended it with the 2017 Oak cask fermented Northwood apple with Harry Masters Jersey. So quite a few different things going on in this bottle. I'm going to try it first. Got to start somewhere, so that's where I'm going to start. Let's open it. Let's just do it. Something to talk about, you see. So I was thinking about it's tasting. So the thing about tasting is, put a sparkle in there, as you can see. So tasting. So you think about flavour and you think about taste. So taste is usually broken down into the things you get in your tongue, like sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami, which is like a savoury, like a sort of soy sauce, kind of salty, savoury sort of flavour. Those are the five sort of. That's taste, if you like. Flavour is something else. If you think about, if you said to somebody, how does mint taste? The thing about mint is it's so much about the aromatics rather than about what it does on your tongue. Okay, so that's a very good example of why something goes beyond what you just taste on your tongue. Okay, but the other thing about tasting is it's not just quite subjective. It's subjective. Okay, I am not a super taster. I don't have an amazing sense of smell. I'm not a super taster. I've built up a library of flavours in my brain over the decades that I've been tasting stuff professionally, be it cheese, wine, beer, whatever. But actually, I'm not sure being a super taster is that beneficial if you're assessing stuff in this sort of forum for just like general consumers to watch. Because super tasters pick up things that most people can't taste. That's why they're super tasters, and the minority of us are super tasters. So in a sense, I'm quite happy not to be a super taster, because I wouldn't be talking in a language that most people would understand. It's like trying to explain, if you perceive something that somebody else can't perceive, it's like trying to explain the colour red to somebody who's congenitally blind. You can't do it. They can't conceive of it. They cannot apprehend it. Okay? So when I'm doing tastings like this and talking about flavours, or watching other people do it, I think what I'm really interested in is their reaction, their body language, how excited they get about it or not excited they get about it. I think that's what's fundamentally interesting, and that communicates a lot more than what they might say about particular tasting notes or flavour notes, etc. And also those things are very, very subjective. I like things that other people don't like, and vice versa. I'm the world's leading expert in what I like, and that's about it. For the rest of you, it's up to you, okay? So I think when I'm talking about these things, I think what's more interesting, not just me, but other people, when they assess stuff, food, whatever it may be, is it's more their reaction to it, you know. Whether they react positively, negatively, angrily. Sometimes things piss me off, you know. I don't, you know, when I think something's been done, manufactured the way that I don't like, or I don't understand, or I think is unnecessary, or whatever. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that, because I was thinking about it. I've had a lot of time to think, because I've been driving around in a van picking up stuff the last couple of days. Probably have too much to say now, because I've hardly spoken to anybody. Well, I've spoken to a few cider makers, that's not true. Anyway, let's try some cider. Okay. So Ross-on-Wye, Somerset Redstreak, Northwood, and Harry Masters Jersey. Sorry, I missed that. I've never heard of Northwood as a varietal. I'll have to look that one up. That's interesting, isn't it? You always learn something when you pick up a bottle of Ross-on-Wye cider. You really do. Okay, so a little bit sparkling. We saw that already. Pour a bit out. Yeah, nice bit of sparkle on that. Quite nice mousse. Obviously bottle conditioned, unfiltered. Colour-wise, we're talking about, I'd say pale gold. That quite a pale gold. Quite a lot of bubbles in there actually. Let's give it a sniff. Haven't tried this at all. Just literally, you go into Ross-on-Wye and you stand there with Albert and Mike, and there's just so much stuff in there. It's like, it's not what shall I pick, it's what shall I not pick. I mean, I kind of nearly broke the van I hired getting all the stuff back. I went a bit mad. I haven't totted up exactly how much money I spent, but whew, my bike manager probably wouldn't be happy. But you know, I'm going to sell it. I'll get the money back, and I'll drink some of it as well. So, what the hair? Okay, let's stick my nose in. Okay, so there's that funk, that kind of I mean, sulphurous kind of thing, but like volcanic sulphurous kind of earthiness that you get with all of Ross-on-Wye cider, which is fantastic. Yeah, it's funny with Ross-on-Wye cider, the apple element is usually much more low down in the mix. It's not front and centre. Some things you smell, and the apple is right there in your face, like baked apple or green apple, fresh cut apple, whatever. But with them, it's much more. There's usually an aged apple character, like a ripe aged apple character to it. But usually it's right. It's much deeper in the mix. It's not all. It's all not what's the first thing that you perceive. But there is something in there, and there's a little bit of just threw some cider on myself. A little bit of what's perfumey in there as well? Something like a, what is that? Something like floral perfume in the background. I'm also getting a little bit of like dark sugar. Nice nose, interesting nose. Yeah, it's layers to it. It's kind of a deep dark nose. This one. It's like that slightly earthy, funky, aged apple dark sugar character. Okay, let's give it a whirl. Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry. What was I saying about reactions? See, I try these things usually for the first time. I try and try them for the first time where possible and film it. Okay. Obviously, I can't do that with everything. This is the first time I've ever tried this. What's on the test? Nice tannin, good minerality, a little bit of sort of lemony acidity. Actually, on the nose there, I got almost like a white chocolate thing, which came from nowhere, which I really liked. Fruit's there, fruit's nice. Again, aged, a little bit buttery. There's a hint of butter in there. So you got that soft tannin on your teeth. So the soft tannins are the bigger compounds, and they will make your teeth squeaky. Maybe a hint of leatheriness on the back end, which is the smaller molecules, the tannin molecules, which give you that bitterness, but not in a bad way, you know. Gives it structure and body. Really interesting nose. Really interesting nose. Every time I smell it, it feels like there's something different going on. It does smell like some sort of dessert, cake, chocolate dessert, something baked. I can't quite figure it out, but it's really interesting. I really like it. I bought this on a whim, so I'm glad I like it. Yeah, good. It's good. Yeah, slight baked apple character in there as well. This is a nice cider. Ross-on-Wye, love them. Yeah, I like this. If you can get hold of some, get hold of some. If you happen to live quite close to me, then I can deliver it, or you can come and get it off me at the market. But the thing about Ross-on-Wye is they have limited runs of all these things. Once it's gone, it's gone. Try something else. Some people might find that frustrating, but every time I go back, I find something else new or different or exciting. It's so much better. Life's too short to do the same thing again and again, you know. So I think that's one of the things I like so much about Ross-on-Wye. Yeah, cool. So, good stuff. Get it. Okay, guys, I'm going to be doing a lot of videos because I've got a lot of stuff to try, basically. But that's no bad thing. I hope you got something from that. I hope you can get hold of some Ross-on-Wye cider. And I hope you can join me again for another tasting quite soon. And I'm going to keep bringing cheese back into it now. I got into a bit of a cheesecake and I enjoyed it actually. So I might be getting more and more bits of cheese in here just to have along with the cider. Not telling people what they should have with the cider. It's just a fun thing to do, you know. And you know, when you try cheeses, I tend to talk about them and part a bit of background and knowledge about them as well. It's a bit of fun as well in itself, isn't it? All right, guys. I hope to see you again soon. Until then, cheers.